Hey guys, welcome back. It's going to be putting at you for another video for Raid Shadows. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully you're looking after yourselves, and hopefully having a positive start towards the weekend. Anyway, we're nearly there. Not long has happened. Hopefully your siege has gone well, and hopefully you've won, and hopefully you're feeling great. I've got come down with flu right now, so if I sound a bit off or dodgy from audio or anything like that, it's probably because my flu is kicking my ass right now. So not feeling great, trying to hang in there and carry on with a daily content, etc. But you don't see any videos, you know why? I think we just beat Monster, honestly, in Siege ourselves, which is pretty cool. I've been using a different strategy lately in Live Arena with one of my favorite champions in this game, one of my favorite champion mythicals in this game, Carnage, and we all can access Carnage through Curse City. And I've been enjoying a chemistry between him and another champion, which is what we're going to showcase today, to really kind of make him stand out from other mythicals, and to another champion as well who is accessible from a free champion, which I'll talk about shortly. So he has a speedo in all battles. He has a lockout skill here, which I really love. And what I really like about him as well is he also has a block revive, as long as there's enough debuffs out on the opponent. So you really need to try and bring champions with him to put out the debuffs, etc. So I want to talk about this today, why I've been using it. You guys might have seen it a little bit in Live Arena, and it's definitely been paying off for me. So I've been paired them up with Mlasu. I do apologize if I'm saying her name wrong. It's because I'm dyslexic and I'm still trying to learn her name. And obviously, I'm not 100% as well. So I do apologize if I say any of the names wrong. So why do I like Mlasu with Carnage? Well, this ability here puts out 2 debuffs, which is a true fear, and a block debuffs, and it's pretty nice. She also has speed in all battles, which means I can use the synergy in Siege as well, which is great. And she also has a 50% turn meter boost with the A1. Now, she also has really good synergy with Fabian, who was a recently fusion as well. So between the 3 of them together, I've been getting amazing synergy. Now, she's also immune to sheep, so I don't need to worry about polymorph with her. And I can also make my Carnage not worry about polymorph with a freer skill with the tier presence as well, because it's only a single hit, and polymorph does have a cooldown of 1 turn. So if you proc it, it still should be protecting you. She also has a decreased attack as well, which also help get off the block revive. Obviously, I wouldn't be using this strat in all of my arena fights, but there is definitely a time and a place where this is great for the speed meta and etc. Now, I will be using a C-feat in today's video. Obviously, if you don't have a C-feat, don't throw a hissy fit or anything in the comments. It's just a fact of you can use any tummy to boost champion with the others as well. So we're not up in a platinum arena, but we are up in a high end arena. Now the pros and cons about this, obviously, it's a nice strategy. Polymorph is something you still need to be careful of, but it is a dying breed, especially with more one of submissives coming into the meta. And also Carnage and Mlasu are very hard champions to get, so you need to be very end game as well as getting them, but they can definitely do a job together. Now they can counter multiple champions as well, so we're going to go into some fights. I'm probably going to add some stuff out as well. Obviously as well, it's also weak hits as well, which is going to be a problem. So you could potentially swap him out for Armads when you have a problem with weak hits. Now we have a Gizmak here, which we could polymorph. I'm going to come in with a Fabian still because Fabian's better against other Fabians, and a horse because he'll just cleanse this off. And then obviously you can replace them with Arbiter or another 2-meter boost like Freya, depending on who is the fastest on your account. I would use the fastest and you'll need to speed tune, etc. I've done videos before on speed tuning, etc. And if you are wanting to know how to speed tune more, go ahead and check out my Twitch channel where you can ask me questions over like my videos, etc., or you can ask me in the comments as well. So let me go ahead and go into this fight. Now this fight is not super difficult, but it is also got some meta champions in here that can really screw up your gameplay, even with RNG. So you can see here we have got the a full Stone Skin team, so it's really important to get the lockout. We don't have to worry about Sonic as much, and then we'll try and play it from there. So we're going to go that into him, and you can see that the Gizmak hasn't got 100% critical rate because only one of my champions has HP burn, so it means he hasn't got 100% critical rate. Make sure your Gizmak has got 100% critical rate. So we got resisted on the Duchess, which is fine. And then Carnage is obviously going to do some work here as well. So obviously the biggest threat to me right now is the Gizmak. He is a weak affinity. And we could try our luck on this, honestly. But I don't think it's a good idea. It's more of a case of maybe try to sleep him or play this. Now, it should do a full lockout on a whole team if you kill a target. Now, Duchess will revive the Marius in a second. So that's something we'll need to look out for. But now they can't do anything, even if they resisted the lockout overall. So she's not set up correctly. She should be set up a bit better. That's not a. It's not really a good showcase because she just put the block buff, so it's a little bit going to go a little bit wonky, which not happens in these type of videos, honestly. But we should still be able to clean this up. Now we can still debuffs on this ability, but she's got high resistance, so most likely it won't work. You can also use Marius in the setup, which is really, really useful. We should be able to go ahead and just take them all out, which is pretty nice. So the Gizmak wasn't built correctly, so yeah. Then we have Taurus Mariska. Taurus Mariska is always a nuisance to deal with, but her A2 is really good against Taurus Mariska because of this ability. We will need to change up the lockout champion because we will have to deal with the counterattacks, which means we need a better lockout champion who is in Stone Skin. So we'll bring a Warlord to this game. We'll lose some buffs. The reason why Fabian's so good with her is because she puts out True Fears, which I'll hopefully kind of show you, but I did do a video on them already. So if you want a bit more detail between the two synergy, then that is good. Now this strat is very good as well if you're struggling with me to boost champions like I am as well. Before I started using Lasso, it's one of the reasons why I started bringing Freya into my comps. So you'll see there we got a little bit unlucky. So I'm going to go ahead and play this ability here because we shouldn't get counter-attacked. So we do get resistance on one, that's fine. Then we'll play the lockout, which will help me against the Marishka. And then we'll play the lockout against the Sungwon if there's no polymorph. And then we should get lockout on the whole team. And you can see here we've got 2, 4, 6 buffs. We'll get the Sungwon with that ability. And now we have enough debuffs to do what we want to do, which is fantastic, right? We've still got the reset as well. So we can use the reset to go again and lock out more if you're successful at killing, which is a great opportunity. But I'm just going to play this for now. We shouldn't need increased attack because we should have the block revive ready. So we've locked out her skills. It's a great way to counter Marishka's in the arena. And then you play this ability there. And that, I understand it's not the strongest of Taurus and Marishka, but I can promise you it'll catch a lot of people running Special Marishka without the Taurus. Now, if you are running against a Taurus Marishka, you'll need to make sure that your Fabian has a Stone Skin. Now, I don't have Stone Skin on mine. That's why I swapped him out for the Warlords. But Fabian would have been fine if you have Stone Skin. So think about that strat if you want to use it more. That is a good reliability. Now we have another Marishka here, so we can bring in the Fabian a bit more. Now I still do prefer Warlord a little bit for over lockouts, but for today's video we will try and showcase this. Now this one's a bit of a funny one because Queen and Cora kind of counters this strat a little bit because she will bring the cleanse from a passive ability which should cleanse the horse. Now we should be okay still, as long as there's nothing dodgy in his team like Sonic or anything like that. And I really just wanted to show this strat a bit more to this because 3 of these champions are, some sense, free to play, right? And to see if he can be replaced with an Arbiter or something like that, depending on your roster. So it's a toss up between what abilities you want to waste here. Like my Fabian's already speed tuned, so I don't actually have to do this ability now. But if I warn about sheep, for example, if there's a lot of sheep, I could also just do this to protect my sheep. We could do this, but ideally we lock out first and then play that to set up the carnage overall. So we'll do the A1 for now, and like so. We'll get the lockout on the champions. We did weak hit on Queen and Cora. We'll play this on that, and you'll see there. And then we'll play... Now with Carnage, it's really important that you understand that this is a godlike multiplier. We haven't got increased attack or increased accuracy. And you want to be trying to avoid polymorph champions. But it's a free hitter, right? So it's going to hit extremely hard. So if I target Marius now, I probably will kill him and not land the block type steals or get a turn meter. And this is when I'm going to showcase the whole build as well. So that's working nice. We'll sleep Marius. Oh, we can't sleep Marius, sorry. My mistaken. I think Magma Shield just killed Marius, which is fine. Okay, so we can see that we got a little bit unlucky and didn't land anything on Mariska. I think that could be for high resistance potentially, which is another downside. No high resistance. It's just resurgent. Just seen it proc last minute. Now Marius will revive again in a second. We have got a few weak hits. Now you can use this ability to spread the buffs. This is like your Carnage showcase, right? And how to really maximize Carnage properly. And there we are, you'll see this. Now we will set off the revives, unfortunately. No, we won't, because we still got block that skill on Mariska. I thought it was only for one turn. So it's really important now that we play this ability in a second from Carnage. We'll just keep putting these buffs out like so. We've got no weak hit there. And then this should be game over, right? There's more than 3 debuffs. There's a double hitter, so if we weak it, we should be okay. There we are. Cool. You can see how the damage was scaling up very nicely as well. And you can see that the Carnage is a decent champion when you use him correctly. And he's really good against these meta champions, right? You can kind of do some work against like a Star Sage, but he's very difficult. Now, what makes this team difficult is, one, they could be faster than me, and two, Star Sage, and three, the Commodus, because if we weak hit on the Commodus, we could be in trouble. So potentially he's going to be in pinpoint. We will try this team, but we most likely will lose. If we're faster, then we have a chance of winning. But the plan is to try and get buffs out on everyone, and then do a AoE block revive, and then leave Star Sage there clueless and not doing what he needs to do. Now, if Star Sage flips early, then we could potentially be in trouble. He's also got cleanse, so his high resistance, we could also be in trouble. So it really depends on his build, but for live arena, sometimes you have to take these gambles and kind of play it the way you have to do. So for now, right now, I'm going to go right into Fabian. Now we are weak affinity on the Commodore, so ideally we do strip him here, because then I can play the petrification and deal with him, and ideally get the lockout. So you can see there we did get resisted on the lockout, which is not great. So most likely we will lose this now, because Star Sage will do his stuff. And I got no counter to this guy, well, except for me just taking a stone skin there. We can probably sleep him, honestly, maybe. Oh, so he's going to flip. We've got no protection on me though, so that's a downer. So because there's no protection from my CP, that we're going to exit that fight. It's a little bit of a tricky one to try and pull this off. The one way you could also try and pull this off is drop Fabian and bring in Marius. What Marius will do is obviously bring your extra nuke, who we know hits really hard, but Marius will also bring the increased accuracy for our champions to set them up a little bit better. And play it from there as well. So we'll go like this. And we're looking to strip some of this stone skin off with our Marius. Play it like this. And then we will play, I guess we'll have to take our chances on the Commodus. Okay, so we do lock him out, and because it's unresistible, they can't really do much, right? So you can't really do much against that. We've got some protection. And then, yeah, we'll see that he will go out and do this. resisted. He's got very high resistance, which is good. It means it's a good build, because he should have a good build. Now, he can cleanse himself on a second ability, but blocked out the skills are just a pain in the ass for him. Like any other mythical, to be honest. But there we are, counterattack, right? A counterattack with the ability from the passive gets me the win. Not an easy team to take on, but being faster does help. And we get the win because of Carnage and the Marius synergy. It has really good synergy with Marius as well, which is fantastic. That's what you want to see overall. So let me go ahead and try it. Well, this team is very easy for me, to be honest. We don't have Stone Skin to deal with the Hedgie. So we have something here. I think we just lose this down to a speed race, to be honest. And if you lose a speed race, you lose anyway. We got a red head here. Again, Commodus is dangerous because of the lockout champion, but I do want to bring Lasso in actually, because she was the whole point of doing a showcase with the Fabian. And yeah, we might be faster because we've got a 33 versus a 40. Well, we could potentially cut in as well. So we have got a block revive champion to be very careful of as well, which can easily one-shot us if we're not careful. Okay, so we have 2 immunity champions. Interesting. But no worries about that. We'll just do the A1 here because we want to try and save that. Now, ideally, we get the lockout. Now, if Commodus flips now, we'll be okay because we've got some block buffs on us. We're going to go for Odin. And she should generally be fine. Now, it's not ideal because they've still got Stone Skin, but they're very, very slow. So there's not much I can do about that. Ideally, we do the reset into Carnage. That's what I do here, but we'll go into Fabian this time. Try to strip the Stone Skin off so we can set them up. Got 3%ed on the champion there. And you can see there's a spread. There's a counter attack. Now, I'll show you in a second what relic I'm running. And I really like this relic on Carnage. I'm going to try to take the Stone Skin there. Doesn't work, that's fine. She's just going to flip into form, which is interesting to see. That's not ideal. I think it's the first time I've honestly seen a flip like that. I think it's because he hasn't set up the preset correctly. And it's actually gone in his favor. Right, so double hit against weak affinity. Obviously, we want a bit more abilities, but there's no revives to worry about. And we get the job done. So again, you can see that the synergy between a team is very, very strong. Obviously, with the CFE area, you want to be using your strongest champion. Honestly, the build on him isn't exactly god tier as well, right? If I'm being honest. So I'm going to take on one more fight, something like this. It's like a go second, very tanky team. And Harmony is very good against Demon Spawn because of a passive ability. And a UDK will actually stop me from playing the lockout skills. But we should be able to get the lockout on them. We might want to bring in the Marius to deal with this. Either way, this is a hard one to kind of win. But I think we should be okay. So having no Stone Skin honestly does make my life a ton easier, which was not what I wanted to kind of to do. Obviously, I don't know when they're in Stone Skin or not. And the UDK is not actually a great build, but there's a petrification, which should allow me to honestly bypass the UDK's passive, which is great. So if you want to know how to do that, there you are. And honestly, I could just play the nuke, honestly, from Marius right now. Because, sorry, from Carnage. So we gotta come in. And then it's night-night. All of them, block revived. No issues, no problems. 3 champions, free to play. Sifi, replace her with Tommy to boost, that's it. That's all you need for Sifi. Don't let Sifi put you off. If you've got these 3 champions, use them together. Really strong synergy for sure. Anyway, just clean up this UDK there. Cool. So really strong builds. Let me show you all the builds in today's video, and you guys can let me know down in the comments if you like the look of this team or not. I haven't done a video honestly on Carnage in a long time, so this is his build that we're showcasing today. Obviously we have a 4-star blessing, we do have a relic which I'll show you in a second, which is a game changer relic for him honestly, and I'll explain why it's a game changer relic. So accuracy coming in at 320. I do recommend trying to get this accuracy to 400 plus. I'm still waiting on the 5-star blessing, which I've been waiting for 8 months from the Cursed chest. I have had Carnage. I was one of the first CCs that got Carnage, honestly, and it's a bit sad that I've had to wait this long. I only missed one rotation, which was the first rotation, right? Critical damage coming in at 251. Not a lot of critical damage, honestly. Ton of speed at 280. I do want it to be towards 300 when I got a 6-star blessing, which would be 20 speed more. And then attack coming in at 6,210. Now, I also use this guy in Hydra. I did do a video on Timisia. I can't remember if he was in the team or not. I think he was. So how are we building him then? We've got attack banner or accuracy banner with ascension, whatever makes sense. Then we've got critical damage with critical damage ascension, and then ideally substats you're looking for accuracy and attack, and then attack ring with attack percentage. You can see this ring is really underwhelming. And we've got speed boots with speed ascension. We're ideally looking for critical rate, critical damage, attack percentage, and accuracy percentage because that's how his damage works. Now you can go accuracy or attack chest with I would ideally go attack ascension, but accuracy ascension would be fine with speed substat, critical rate, and critical damage. Then for the gloves, I actually gone critical rate to be able to gain the speed. Now E is far got one of my best savage gears on my account. Is far. I think it's not even top 5 savage or lethal builds. I have them on other people that need the stats. Now this guy has 5 out of 6 godlike multipliers on his kit, which I think there's only one of a few mythicals that actually has that throughout the whole kit. So yeah. Then he has a accuracy substat with speed. Ideally, we're looking for attack substat as well. And then top row, you're looking for speed, attack, critical damage, and critical rate or accuracy substats. So there's a lot to choose from when you're looking for his substats. And then ideally for attack, for ascension, you're all looking for attack, which gives you a 33% chance to land it. It's a pretty easy build overall because he scales off 2 builds. It's going to be amazing. Now, as you see, I've used this relic on him. Now, this relic I don't feel is good on a lot of champions, but it does deal a extra 30% more damage on his after killing a enemy. Now, this A3 steals turn meter as well, so this is why I like it, because if he kills an enemy with this and steals 100% turn meter, he's really going to be ready to flip in second form or use that A2 or the A1 for a bit more damage as well, and he has a chance to counter attack. And I believe that this does work with a counter attack. Now it gives me attack, a critical damage, and speed ascension. So really not bad stats. And there isn't really a lot of champions that this relic is good in. If I'm being honest, the cat gaze just surpass with more consistency and etc. And cat gaze doesn't need that as well. And then we've also got some gemstones in here as well. So he does get built up with quite a lot of accuracy. So obviously the accuracy with 100 gives him 4% more damage. Every time a wearer kills an enemy, increases the damage by 10%, stacks up to 30, which is great because it also for long fights like live arena really does help. And he is more for long fights than short fights, so take that into consideration. And then a wearer deals 5% more turn meter when with 4 HP. Again, there is much better gemstones in the game than that. I will probably change it up. Now, if you can get the mythical triangle stone, which will give you 50% more damage on an A1 every time he counterattacks, that's going to be a much better gemstone for that as well. But obviously, it's a mythical, so we do expect that as well. Then for blessing, don't take Team Presence. I will be honest, I took Team Presence at the time because I felt like I just needed more Team Presence on my account before I got a CP 6-star. And she wasn't running 6-star Team Presence. And since I got her 6-star, I haven't changed any of them back. I've got tons of gems, but I've never spent the gems to change it back. So for me, for Arena, I would take Lightning Cage, which is what I'm going to do now, especially with a new mythical coming out, which I will drop a video on in a month or so once I summon in for personal rewards. Whatever blessings would I use for him? Obviously, Life Harvest is okay. Soul Reaper is okay. Polymorph is fine as well if you're going to use him for more Go Second teams. And yeah, for me, it would be for P versus P, Lightning Cage overall. Now, I've seen some people run Natural Wrath for like Hydra. I personally don't think this works with Hydra because of his second form doesn't put out debuff. So maybe they're using it for first form, stacking it up, and then using it potentially. But I think it resets. I'm not too sure. So for me, Hydra, I would probably go Crushing Ram or Cruelty, depending on the way. But he does ignore a lot of defense. These are the masteries that I'd go with. He does ignore shield on the second form, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't really use the second form that much. I use the first form more. And yeah, we've got Cycle of Violence. These masteries are pretty self-explanatory. You can actually increase block active skills and block passive skills through Master Hex because it's not counted here as well, which is wrong. But you know, player must slow of these updates and etc. And also Seal can also be put out for 3 turns. Don't sleep on his Seal ability, by the way, because this can self-cleanse itself and then also spread the buffs as well. Seal is a really underrated ability, so this will block out this will reduce their damage with reducing their Ham Smasher, so Ham Smasher can't proc with this, and Savage Sets and etc. can't proc with this as well. It doesn't affect Blessings because Blessings is Master Seal and Seal is that as well. You can check that out in the game coding if you press here, and it will tell you what it does in the game coding as well. I don't really tend to rely on Seal too much because it's squishy anyway. So you can see here it says like it will only do masteries, etc. So yeah, overall, hopefully that makes sense for you guys, and hopefully you enjoy this. And as usual, please, let me show you the rest of the champions actually. Sorry, before I end today's video. So this is my Malassu build as well. I've made a couple of videos on her. We'll go into a presence on her when she got 6-star. This is the gem relic I'm using right now. I would like a Hannah Creation or something on her in the future, or yeah, I guess that would be the way. Or maybe one a submissive, but she can't get sheeped. These are her stats. Now she's a work in progress. Once I've got her 6-star blessing, she'll be 423 with 700 accuracy, which I think is very juicy. I can take up to 800 as well. And then I just went for survivability along the top, and then accuracy and then speed as well, which is a bonus. She is the second fastest in them teams, but she's not second fastest on their account right now, which is what I'm working on. She should be the second fastest in future. And then this will be the Fabian build, which is in the 4-piece Sonic set. Good speed and good accuracy are the two that I rely on. And again, he will go up when I've got some more speed lifts as well. So speed lifts have not been very kind to me. I've been waiting. I haven't received a 6-star speed lift in about 2 weeks. It's a little bit disgusting, honestly. He's also got the one as submissive, which is the only one I've got on my account right now. And the one that we will get from the free event will go on to my which will go on to my Armads, and then Armads Hannah Creation will go to my Commodus as well. So yeah, and also Commodus has great synergy in that setup as well. That is it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and as usual, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully, yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think about this team synergy. As usual, I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.